welcome back to the channel. Hello if you are new here. Today I'm bringing you a foundation review on the brand new Anastasia Beverly Hills Luminous Foundation. So if you guys want to know more about this foundation, my thoughts, my review, then definitely keep on watching. Let's get into this video. Alright, so let's talk about this foundation, a little information, and then we'll get into the swatches, application, and my thoughts. So first up, this retails for $38. There's a total of 50 shades to choose from. This is cruelty-free and vegan, and you do get a 1 fluid ounce amount of product. This comes in a really nice glass container, and this foundation as well has a really nice sleek pump. And this is the second to the lightest shade, and I picked the shade 110C. So this foundation has a lot of claims, and I'm just going to read them off to you really quickly. This claims to be water resistant, luminous natural finish, long wearing, medium coverage, weightless, no need to powder, blurs imperfections, covers discoloration and unevenness, easy to blend, no flashback, and no oxidation. This is also gluten-free, alcohol-free, clinically tested, dermatologist tested, ophthalmologist tested, non-comedogenic, and suitable for sensitive skin. So that is a long list of claims. Like that's like a paragraph long. Really like the presentation, like the packaging, the box. I really do pay attention to all those little details, and they do matter. I really do think they do. So the foundation itself comes in this beautiful, sleek, tall glass bottle. She is sexy and she is beautiful. I really love the packaging. They really outdid themselves. Like I mentioned, I did purchase the shade 110C, and I'll go ahead and swatch that for you guys and show you what the product looks like coming out of the bottle. This product has a very creamy consistency. This is not a very liquid foundation. It's definitely got a really nice creamy texture. It's not too thick, it's not too thin, it's not like running down my hand when I pump it out. So I'm going to go ahead and insert the clip now of me swatching this Anastasia foundation against a few other foundations that I use and love. They are from the drugstore, but nonetheless, I love them very much. So let's take a closer look at some swatches. Alright guys, so here is the Anastasia foundation swatched here. And again, that is the shade 110C. So this right here is the Flower Beauty Light Illusion Foundation in Porcelain. This is also from Flower Beauty. It's been discontinued, but I thought I would go ahead and swatch it anyways. And this is in the lightest shade from the About foundation line in LF1. And then here we have the NYX Total Control Drop Foundation in the shade Porcelain. So there's just a comparison, some swatches. Hopefully that can help you out. So I hope you guys found those swatches helpful. This shade that I picked out, 110C, I will say, to me personally, this does not look like a cool toned foundation. This leans more neutral, which is fine. I personally am more cool tone, more pink undertones for me. Not super pink, but definitely pink works for me, and also neutral, so I can get away with either one. It wasn't too difficult to pick out a color, but I will say I do feel like there needs to be a few more shade selections. I know there's 50 shades in total, but I do feel like there should be a few more lighter shades and probably a few deeper shades as well. Alright guys, so let's go and get into the demo of this video. I'm going to apply this foundation to my face so you can see what it looks like on the skin on its own. And then also I'll do an up close look of my face after a full face of makeup so you can see the before and the after. Alright, so we are barefaced. My skin is clean. I did my skincare this morning, and I just applied the Too Faced Hangover Primer. You guys know it's one of my favorites, really great for dry skin. And I let that sit for a few minutes, and we're primed and ready to go. So 1, 2, and 3. One thing I can say, this pump is like spot on. I mean, do you see this? See how perfectly those 3 little pumps came out? So I'm just going to take a little bit with my finger, dot this on, and you guys know the drill. I am a damp sponge type of girl. So that was just 2 pumps that I used right there. I still have a little bit left. if I need a little extra coverage in any area. Using a very damp sponge. This is the Papa Charity one. It's my favorite. And I'm just going to blend this in. So here's what the foundation looks like with no other products over top. It definitely has that luminous finish. It's not dewy, it doesn't look oily, it just has a nice glow to it. Now as it starts to kind of settle into the skin, it does tone down and it looks more natural. So I actually really like that this isn't super reflective, super, you know, like oily looking. It's not dewy. Don't get that confused because there is a huge difference between a dewy foundation and a luminous foundation. So here's an up close look at my skin. It looks really nice. I really like how this looks. Alright guys, I'm going to go off camera and finish the rest of my makeup, and I will come back here to show you what it looks like with, you know, setting spray and just doing my usual routine, using my regular products that I always use. And yeah, I will see you guys in just a minute. So here is the finished foundation with all of the products over top. I applied concealer under my eyes, set, bronzer, blush, highlighter, everything. Alright, and here's an up close look at my forehead, all over. So my thoughts on this foundation, my overall review, and I'm going to talk about the positives first and then we'll get into the negatives. So the things I do like about this foundation, it blends into the skin so easily and so quickly. I feel like I can just pop this on within a minute and it's completely blended into my skin and it looks beautiful. I was instantly blown away when I used this for the first time, and just to let you guys know, this is not a first impressions. I have worn it 2 other times and testing it out for a good 8 hours, wearing it throughout the day because I just wanted to get a better feel for it and not do it for, I'm just kind of sick of doing first impressions. So I do like how this blends so easily. The finish is very natural. It looks very skin-like, but there is a little bit of that luminous glow to the skin. It's not dewy, it's not hydrating, although it is a very comfortable formula. Like right now, I feel like I'm wearing nothing. That's another thing. It's very lightweight. It's very skin-like, and sometimes I forget that I'm even wearing foundation. It's a beautiful thing because I really don't like wearing a thick, heavy, cakey foundation. I don't want to feel my makeup on my skin. I want to not really think about it, you know? You don't really want to feel that on your skin. You want it to just blend in and be able to wear it throughout the day and not think twice. Another thing I liked is that products over top blended really nicely. So like my bronzer, blush, highlighter, everything just sort of melted into the foundation. And I do feel like it does have good coverage. I love the coverage on here. This is the perfect foundation in terms of coverage. This is exactly what I want. Something that's not too heavy, but it's not too light. I feel like 2 pumps is plenty for me. Alright, some things that I'm not so happy about. So this does claim to be a long wearing foundation. It even claims to be water resistant. I don't think that's true. I feel like this is definitely a foundation I would set just to ensure that it lasts as long as possible. Today I did apply a primer, and the other 2 times I wore this alone just to give it a fair chance. It wore nicely throughout the day, but I did notice that it wore off a lot around between my brows, my nose, and my mouth area. Pretty much my upper lip, it just melted away. And I did wear the foundation 2 other times for a total of 8 hours, and I do have pictures I will pop up here on the screen while I'm talking about this as well. It looks beautiful. I mean, the foundation looks beautiful after first application in natural lighting, and then finishing it off, it looks really pretty as well. But I will say at the end of the day, I feel like it wears off quite a bit in certain areas. It looks really nicely on like my cheeks, and the chin looked okay, forehead looked okay, but this is definitely my problem area. So it could be just my skin, and that's something that I do struggle with, but I was hoping that this foundation would hold up a little bit better. So I feel like for me, this is not as long wearing as I would like it to be. Now I do wear glasses and I get transfer all the time. It doesn't matter what foundation I wear. I'm gonna get makeup on my glasses no matter what I try to do. It's just the inevitable. But I will say, as it does wear off throughout the day in certain areas, it doesn't look super obvious because this color matches me so nicely, and because this foundation looks like skin, it's not as noticeable. So you definitely could do touch-ups if you need to do that. But again, it's a $40 foundation. You know, once you add on the taxes, it's a $40 foundation. If it's not gonna hold up, especially it's been super humid and hot lately. So for me, in my mind, if a foundation, a $40 foundation, can't last through 6 hours of wear, that's a kind of a red flag for me. I feel like if I'm gonna fork out that extra money, you know, I expect it to hold up a lot better than, say, like a drugstore foundation. Now this one, I wanted to mention the NYX Total Control Drop Foundation. I love this. I'm actually going to, I just opened this up, it's a brand new bottle. I'm going to test this out again because it's been a while since I used it. And if I find that I like this and it wears longer than the Anastasia foundation, this is going back to Ulta. I'll just return it this coming up weekend and take it back and get my money back, because honestly, nowadays, I just want to find something that's really good. I want to use it. I pretty much stick with a foundation if it's really good. You guys know, I mean, I literally only own a few foundations and that's it. I just don't like being wasteful or hanging on to products that I just don't need to hang on to. You know what I mean? I'm just at the age now where I'm like, screw it. If it doesn't work, you're going back to the store and I'm getting my money back so I can spend it on something that's actually going to work. So I think that's everything, you guys. I hope I didn't miss anything. If I did forget to mention anything in this video, I will put more information and links below. Thank you guys so much for watching and hanging out with me today. If you're new to the channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button before you leave. And also make sure to turn on that bell and select all notifications so you won't miss out on new videos. Sometimes YouTube won't let you guys know of a new upload, but just know that I upload on every Tuesday and Friday at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and sometimes on Sundays as well. I will catch you all in the next video. Remember, smarter beauty is better beauty. Bye, guys.